Hey, my creators, do you want to learn about digital products and selling them on Etsy and other similar platforms? I'm going to teach you everything you need to know in a nutshell. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, so the first thing you need to know is that there are so many different types of digital products that you can sell. Now, I really got kind of confused as of late. I have been selling digital products for years, and it wasn't like all the rave over it like it is now. And I think that's because people have made it a little confusing. So I was talking to someone and they said, well, what exactly is a digital product? Because sometimes I see people are selling it to other sellers. I see sometimes people are selling it to entrepreneurs who want to have their own coaching business, selling it to consumers. So it's so many different ways and avenues that you can go down to sell digital products. For instance, you can sell digital wall art to people who, one, either want to resell your art, and that is called a PLR, or a private label rights product. It can also be considered a done for you or DFY product. Both of those are great because it means that you don't have to do any of the work, very little work. You can sell ebooks and planners. If you sell ebooks and planners, it's a little more involved, but not really. You really just need to change the cover of an ebook or a planner, and you are basically good to go. You can also sell things like t-shirt designs. Those are digital products as well. You can also sell specifically ebooks for people who are in a particular niche, like, for instance, fitness instructors or cooking instructors or people who want to learn about PLR. So there are all different kind of ways that you can sell digital products. You just have to decide what it is that you want to do. For instance, are you interested in selling products that are only in the fitness niche? Or are you interested in selling products to anyone who is interested in purchasing PLR, private label rights products? So you can sell it to other Etsy sellers who maybe have an ebook store, right? So maybe they actually sell ebooks. People who sell ebooks don't have time to write the ebooks. So that's when a person like myself or you come into play. You create those documents. And it really is just a rolling cycle because everybody buys from everybody. And we in turn around and resell those products for a higher profit. Now, the great thing about ebooks and planners and things like that is they're basically done for you. You want to find products that are done for you. The problem with ebooks and planners, a lot of times they're not hyperlinked. So you have to hyperlink them. That's when you click on a tab and it automatically, your tablet automatically goes to that page. Most people don't hyperlink those for you. You have to do it yourself. I hyperlink all of mine so that when you purchase them and you resell them, you don't have any problems. So that's a one up, right? So that's something extra that your customers would absolutely love because it's just easier. So anything you can do to make things easier for your customers or your clients, that's what you want to do. Now, like I said before, you can sell digital art. A lot of people like to just decorate their homes with beautiful digital art. You can also take art and resell it to people who have maybe an Etsy store or Shopify store, or their own website where they actually sell canvas wall art, okay, or printed framed wall art. So you can in turn sell those designs. So PLR is great because it keeps you from stealing someone's work. PLR basically says, hey, I've created this design for you to purchase from me and you can resell it. It's a great profit margin, because you can buy PLR ebooks for maybe anywhere from like 5 to 25 or even $40, depending on the length and the depth of the ebook. If it's a really extensive ebook, then, like for instance, let's say nursing, a nursing student, maybe it's something that's really detailed and really high quality, meaning the content of it is something that is really, really, really in high value, and obviously something for a CNA or a nurse or something like that. That would be a really high quality content type of document. So you could charge a lot more money for that. Or even a finance document, something about banking or cryptocurrency or something like that, you could charge a lot more money for. But in general, ebooks don't cost that much, but you can definitely sell them for $7, $10, $12. If you take a look on Etsy, you'll see that they run on average $7 to $12 per ebook. So that is a great income. That's a great passive income, because it's something that you didn't even create. You just purchased it, you changed the cover, and you just sold it over and over and over and over. So that's what, when you hear people talking about digital products nowadays, that's typically what they're talking about, right? You don't hear people talking about creating the art and things like that, but it's still in very, very, very high demand. It's just that now this PLR with the ebooks is kind of a new thing. It's like people are just excited over it. So it's not new, but it's newer than the digital art, because that's been around for a while and it's still selling very well. And when you think about it, things like t-shirts will never go away. I don't we could be gone from the planet and t-shirts will still be around. T-shirts and sweatshirts, they will always be around, especially t-shirts, right? So somebody has to provide those designs. So you could be the person who provides those designs for t-shirt business owners, or for people who just want to buy their own designs and create their own shirt. Maybe they don't have a store. Maybe they like to do their own for themselves, right? So the great thing is, with the PLR and the done for you products, or the DFY, you simply take those designs and you can sell them as is. But you always, always, always want to do something to make it unique and make it yours. Because you got to remember, with PLR and done for you products, everybody can buy them, right? So 1,000 people can buy the same design. So you always want to do something that sets you apart, even if just a little, from somebody else. Maybe it's some glitter, or maybe it's a star, maybe it's a monogram or something. You want to add something to that design to make it yours. And when it comes to digital art, same thing. You want to do something that makes it specifically yours. Same thing with ebooks and planners and journals. You want to always, always, always do something. You have to change the cover. At minimum, you have to change the color, maybe change the fonts a little bit, something like that. So we're going to go over one of the journals, and or an ebook or a planner, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's take a look at that now. All right, my creator. So what you're looking at right here are products that my PLR products that I have done for you. So when you purchase this bundle, you get 9 items, and they consist of planners, journals, and ebooks. And all of them are hyperlinked. Remember, I was telling you before that sometimes when people, or usually when people create PLRs, they don't take the time to hyperlink, because it is time consuming. And so the fact that this is done for you with the hyperlinks is really a big deal, because when you search, you won't typically find PLR products that are hyperlink, and especially ebooks. But I love to hyperlink ebooks because it just makes everything a lot easier for sure. All right, my creator. So what you're looking at right here are products that my PLR products that I have done for you. So when you purchase this bundle, you get 9 items, and they consist of planners, journals, and ebooks. And all of them are hyperlinked. Remember, I was telling you before that sometimes when people, or usually when people create PLRs, they don't take the time to hyperlink because it is time consuming. And so the fact that this is done for you with the hyperlinks is really a big deal, because when you search, you won't typically find PLR products that are hyperlinked, and especially ebooks. But I love to hyperlink ebooks because it just makes everything a lot easier for sure. All right, my creators. So you see, we are back on, or not back on, but um, I'm on Canva again. So I guess that is back on, but we are on Canva, and this is a copy of one of my designs. I did not use the original one because the original one contains a template link. So when it's purchased, people can design or redesign that particular file. So I didn't want to bother that file. So this is a copy. So when I was telling you about the hyperlink, this is what I mean. You see this right here, this element, you see here it says one, right? So this actually links to the particular page that it opens up into. So it goes to chapter one. And then if we click here, you'll see that this is linked to the cover. So if we click on it, it goes back up to the cover. And so this is how it will look when it's actually downloaded as a PDF. Let me go back here. Let me go back to here, and every hyperlink that you click on is going to go to that particular page. So that's what I mean about the hyperlinks. Most people don't take the time to do that, and so you have to do it yourself if you want to provide hyperlinks for your customers. I always recommend it. I think it's really nice, especially if it's more than 5 or 10 pages long. And this one is 38 pages, so it's nice for your customers to be able to know, what chapters they're going to. So another thing you want to do, definitely, when you purchase an ebook, a journal, anything digital from anyone, you definitely want to change it, because, like I was saying before, otherwise you are not set apart from anybody else. So we're going to click on here. This is the main photo, and I'm going to go over to, these are some um, covers that I sell actually. And so I want to change that cover to something appropriate. And I'm not sure which one I would use. My computer's kind of slow right now. I've got so many things open. But as I scroll down, I could find something that is appropriate if everything would load properly. All right, so here are some covers here. Like I might choose to put this on here, or I might choose to put this one here, or I might choose to put this one here. Whichever one I want to choose, it really doesn't matter. It's just your preference, whatever you want to choose, but you definitely want to change the cover. And be careful about using the photos in Canva, even if you have a paid version. Um, I'm not sure, but you may be able to sell their photos, but I think they're just for your personal use, but I'm not sure. You'd really have to check that out. but I always like to be on the safe side because there's always a thin line with copyright issues. So I like to just create my own images and just change my own images. Another thing you can do once you decide what photo you're going to have, you can change things around. Like you might want to change this font. And one of the things that I've really tried to make sure that I do for those of you who have a free Canva account, excuse me, I've tried to use text or fonts that are either free in Canva or I have uploaded them. So if I've uploaded a font, you can use those particular fonts. So if you want to change the font, you would just go to the font box and you would choose whatever font that you decided to choose, as long as it's not a paid version or a premium font if you don't have a premium subscription. So you would just change your font. You can change the background. Let's say I didn't want that background there. Maybe I wanted a different background. Maybe I just wanted it all white so I could delete it if I wanted to. Or if I wanted to put this here and right click and replace the background. I could do that. That's not attractive at all. So I wouldn't, I would not advise you to use that one for this particular design, but you get the point of what I am talking about. You just want to change it to make it your own. Even if you move some text around, you could do that, move some text around, maybe move the photo up, put this down here, or you might decide that you don't want a photo. Maybe you want all text or something. You could delete that. Whatever you want to do, you are free to do as long as it is a PLR product. Okay. So you get the gist of what I'm talking about. You'd have to change your font accordingly, the colors and things, depending on what how did that get back there? Depending on what photo or image that you use. All right, so let's just play around with this a little bit. But anyway, so you get the gist about what I'm talking about with that. So I don't like that at all. But again, hey, it's all about your preference. That's why it's done for you and it's PLR. So it's done for you because all of the information is there. You're free to change the information. I don't make ebooks that have crap text in it. I actually create ebooks that actually has very valuable information that you can use. As always, you should, read your read the text to make sure that it's correct, but you can definitely change it if you like, but just rest assured that the text does make sense. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a little bit about that. Oh, one other thing I wanted to tell you. One thing you might consider doing if you decide, okay, if you decide that you're selling the document as a PLR, meaning that you're going to sell it to someone else for them to resell it, then you don't want to brand it. You don't want to put your information on there. So you don't want to put like your logo or a hyperlink to your website or your Etsy store. You don't want to do that because you are making it convenient for your customer who wants to buy a PLR. Okay, they're not buying a PLR customer is not a customer that's buying this ebook for the information. They're buying the ebook to resell it, okay, on their website or their store. So you don't want to brand it with your information. Now, if you are selling this ebook as your own ebook, like if you have a store where you sell ebooks, not PLR, but ebooks that contain information because you want to give people information, then you would brand it. So let me show you an idea of what you do. You could, I'm just going to copy this text right now, but you would go over on the left-hand side here and you would go to the text box and find some text. So you would type in whatever you want to type. Like I'm just going to type my name right now, Joy. Okay, I'm going to make this smaller, obviously. Let's make this, what, 13. Okay, that's a little small. Okay. And you could connect this. You probably wouldn't just have your name. You probably would say ebook created by mycompany.com or something like that. But you would click on the three dots, you would click on link, and right here is where you would paste your link. Like I'm going to just type in www.canva.com. Okay, and I'm going to say done. And now, whenever people click on this link, they will go to canva.com. So if we clicked on this, it will pop over to canva.com. So that's something I wanted to let you know. So if you are selling a PLR document, do not put that in there. If you are selling the document as an ebook that you're selling, then you do want to brand it and you want to make sure that your branding is on your ebooks. But we're going to take this off of here because we're going to pretend that it is a PLR digital product. Okay. So you would just go through the document and, add or change all the pictures. You want to make sure that you brand this as your own, and that's how you can brand it. Okay. You want to put your own things in there because you don't want it to look, if you bought it from me, you don't want it to look like you bought it from me. You want it to look different because the next person that buys it is going to have the same pictures in it, right? I only made one of these, so you have to change it yourself. It's easy to do. Everything else is done for you. All you have to do is change photos, and I have photos available for you as well. All right, my creators, I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope you got something from it. So remember, come back to the channel. I will have more information on PLR and done for you products. There was a time when I was learning about the subject, it was just so confusing to me sometimes because people just seem not to give you all of the information that you needed. Sometimes it would be just like one more sentence that they needed to add. So I try to, cover all the bases, but definitely leave me a comment. I answer all of the comments. So if you have a question, just let me know. Remember, the more we create, the less we hate. And I'll see you in the next video.